This is TWiT.
comiXology. So here's the thing about comiXology. You can buy comics in it now. For a while you couldn't because Amazon. But I think you can now. But the other thing that I love is they often have deals. They have all sorts of stuff. And, so this is the discovery. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a bookstore, but for comic books. They even, when it's Free Comic Book Day, they even do free comic books, which I really, in fact, here's,
now that's fun.
Yeah, in fact, there's always free comics. Just so if you want to see what it's like, Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle kind of thing. But then there's also your library, and you were just showing us your library. I was reading The Watchmen because I was watching on HBO, and I couldn't understand what the heck was going on.
Yeah, that really does require some prior knowledge, it feels.
Yeah, because the HBO show is like the successor to the original. It's like a continuation. It's a sequel. So I said, I'm going to read The Watchmen. And then when I said that, all the comics nerds, like Renee Ritchie and Andy Anako, and even Amy Webb said that might be one of the greatest novels of all time. I said, Amy, it's a comic. Yeah, I do.
So it's a novel.
It's a graphic novel. But I think that diminishes comic books. So what is it? It's in fact I think it's great. Now remember I said how hard it is to read a comic in iBooks. Yeah. Well, we don't have that problem in comiXology. It's made for comic books. And by the way, portrait or landscape.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And what I really like about it, unfortunately, Watchmen has a lot of... Oh, maybe this might even be a book, not the... Oh, yeah, there it is. It's a comic. What I really like about it is it goes panel by panel. Now, you can double tap and see this is the page. Remember, that's the page we were seeing in iBooks. Mm-hmm. But that's not how you would normally read a comic book. You'd read it in sequential panels. And so this does that for you, and you can just tap. And it will zoom. I really think this is the right way. And also, if you're reading it this way, you get to see the artwork. Come on. Oh, maybe I have rotational capabilities delimited. There we go.
That's an interesting way of saying it, yes. Rotational capabilities delimited.
Return now. Return. So this is great. In fact, I should really hold it up because look how big that is on a 12.9.
Yeah, you get so much screen there.
And you get to see the art. And modern graphic novels, comic books, the art is a little finer than the old days. If you're looking at Superman 1, you're going to see all the screening dots. It's not going to be very high resolution. But nowadays, it's all done digitally, and it really looks... This is actually a remaster of Watchmen, and it really looks good. So note, by the way, I should show you what just happened, because this is a really good example. It is not just some mindless, let's go frame by frame kind of thing. It is actually, and it must be the publishers that do this, aware of what's going on. So I'm going to go to the next frame. It does a shot of the close-up of the guy, but when I tap it again, it zooms out to bring in the full frame.
Ooh, so that's cool.
It's kind of aware.
It helps guide you to know what you should
and that's
do.
Really one of the keys with the comic book is to know, how to read it. It even shows you how it's moving through the panels. And when we get to the end of the page, as we will soon... This is such a great comic book. I kind of agree with. It's a little too vivid, isn't it? Maybe I should have. Here we'll get down here. Let's go down here, because I want to show you how it does this. It's so nice. It really is. It zooms in and out, and I just feel like this is the right way to read comic books. And people who are comic fans agree. There were a number of comic book apps out there, but comiXology, once bought by Amazon, really became dominant because you could buy your books on Amazon. You can buy them in the app. I think you can buy it in the app now, because remember that was the whole thing. They didn't want to give Apple the VIG. But let me just I can never figure out how to get out of these things.
While you're doing that, I do want to quickly I do want to mention Marvel Unlimited, because it looks like they are imitating the...
No, they're not. It's the comiXology engine.
Oh, well, there you go.
It is comiXology. It's just using their engine. They do the same thing. You see, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things right now, you can get a bunch of free issues
cool.
of
Black Panther.
Black
Cool.
Panther, Killmonger, Shuri, which I can't wait to read Shuri. Shuri was one of my favorite characters in that Black Panther movies. Falcon. I mean, there are lots of different free comics available right now. And so you can download Marvel Unlimited for free with these free comics that are available. And then for $9.99 a month, you can subscribe to Marvel Unlimited. So it's a subscription service that gives you access to the Marvel. It says read 27,000 Marvel digital comics for $9.99 a month. So if you're a big comic buff, this is another place to go. If you want to go more of the sort of Spotify of comics route where you pay per month and don't own the comics, versus comiXology, which is a great place to build out your library and have those forever.
Yeah. So there you have it. I mean, it's the comiXology engine. If you're a Marvel fan, that's a great deal. People like Renee Ritchie own it all.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
so they have, both comiXology, because they want to read, DC stuff, and they want to read Marvel stuff. So
which one are you? Are you Marvel?
I'm
or
a DC guy. I think Marvel is a cheap imitation. It's kind of when you want rice-a-roni, but you get rice-a-rooney. It's not the real deal, man. It's just like Superman and Batman were all used up, so they had to invent strange plastic men and things like that. I don't like it.
Strange plastic men.
Yes.
You've heard it here first.
Yes. It's rice-a-rooney, not rice-a-roni.
I can't wait for this to be clipped as a sort of individual moment that will then go out.
What? You don't agree with me? Are you a Marvel guy?
No, it's not that I agree or disagree. I have no skin in this game.
No disrespect to Mr. Stan Lee, who's a fine gentleman. But give me the Dark Knight anytime over
any day, any night.
Umbrella Girl or whatever it is that they have.
Umbrella Girl.
They're cheesy. They're cheesy superheroes. They're not real, okay? They're not real. Except Doctor Strange. He might be real.